tell you about Legend Seeker and how you can support its development while getting some awesome perks. By subscribing to our Legendary tier on YouTube or becoming a paid member on our Discord or Patreon, you'll get early access to all Legend Seeker lore and mechanics. This means you'll be among the first to dive into the world of Legend Seeker and give direct feedback that will help shape the game. But that's not all. Supporters will also be the first to playtest the system and will get exclusive invites to private streams where we discuss the game in detail. Your input will play a huge role in making Legend Seeker the best that it can be. Now, for those of you who love watching our tabletop role-playing game shows, supporting Legend Seeker comes with some fun bonuses for the casts. Here's how it works. If you are a Copper or Common member on Discord or Patreon, you can give a $20 benefit to a player of your choice. Silver and Uncommon members can give 2 benefits to 2 players of your choice. If you go the YouTube route, you can give a $50 benefit to a player of your choice. And for the ultimate support, Gold and Mythic members on Discord and Patreon give a $20 benefit to 3 players of your choice. You can choose from all casts across Moonskull. Every bit of support goes directly towards making Legend Seeker a reality. It helps fund the art, writing, editing, and eventual publishing of the game. So, if you want to be a part of this journey and support our shows, join our Legendary tier on YouTube or become a member on Discord or Patreon. We couldn't do it without you, and we're excited to build Legend Seeker together. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the game.
Hello everyone, my camera is going to look a little weird. I'm going to be down in the corner a little bit, hiding here because I'm trying to get the shape and the size and the everything right, because for whatever reason on the new machine camera, it won't show up unless I add a completely new instance. I don't know why. Very confusing. But I also have an incredibly snuggly Calvino on my lap who has a hold of my left hand with not only both of his back legs, both of his front legs, but he has his head in the palm of my left hand. So I'm going to be scrolling and trying to do this until he wakes up or decides he's going to move. Oh, and there he is. Hi. Can I get a Ralph? I'm going to steal my hand back. Can I steal my hand back? Okay. There we go. I got my hand back. Woof. I got it. You can blame Chrysanth. Yeah, Calvino is a happy, happy cat. So, here we are on my new machine. We won't be able to look at the map today. I would have needed about another 10 minutes to get the other map files put in the right place because my other machine is taking forever to boot up. And it didn't save off the latest version into my external save place. So, I have old versions on this machine. And I don't want to edit an old version, do I, Calvino? Oh, no map today. Unfortunately for all of you. The Vino. And he's so much better now. He's not sneezing and hacking and drooling out of his nose. But he just yawned. And then he let out such a big sneeze. It shocked him. And then he laid down and took over my hand and my arm and snuggled in. So, he's almost over it, I think. And the cats outside are very grumpy with that Puddin cat coming around because he's all interested in maybe being friends, but they're just hissing at him, and Calvino wanted to come in. Anyway, so, I am looking through here to try and find a specific area that I was going to work on. Gotta find, oops, yeah. Okay. Friend. This would be easier if I had 2 hands to type with. That is to the uncaring cat. That's F. Market Ward. Pelos. And even my windows over on the other monitor that I'm using for looking at chat and everything, the scale of the font is all off on this machine. So everything's really small. Very hard to read. Order to keep it. Ah, Utsya. All right, so we have an entry for Utsya there, but we actually have a real entry for it down here, I think. Supermon. All right, I'm going through the entire document here. Hiru. He is laying here so happy and purring and holding on to me, but he's flicking his tail back and forth like he wants to get in a fight. I'm concerned that he's going to grab my arm and turn it into a chew toy here soon. Maybe I'll be lucky. Oh. Wash, orc tribes, cubs, elves. Hi, Calvino. Frost, notable landmarks. Lost Valara. And my goodness, Lost Acadia, Concordia, Lara, Utsya, there it is. Hey, we found it. You're going to say you're mad at Erudai. This is for something specific. He knew I was going to be mowing the lawn today in 90-degree Fahrenheit weather and sent me a video of his little robot lawnmower mowing the lawn for him. Oh, man. I don't understand why you'd be mad at him. Why wouldn't you just get absolute revenge or something? Why bother being mad? All right. So I'm going to be, since I'm kind of stuck not being able to type as much as I want because of happy, slightly ill kitty, I'll look at a couple things. So the capital of this place is Port Sturga. The largest city is Port Sturga. Republic, and it is the colony state of Agrium. Common and Agrian. The religion, I think it would be Xander and Orin. Go with Xander and Orin. They are called Utsians or Agrians. Now, if I would think it would be interesting to have a robot lawn mowing thing, except my lawn out there is so prairie-like, it would die. It would be swallowed by it, and it would never see it again. It is the sole remnant of the mainland Agrian power in the Godlands. The rest of their territorial claims having been abandoned in the retreat to their island nation at the end of the Godkiller War. So he's a loser who don't know how to mow the yard. He's just having Bender do it for him, so to speak. Ruled by a governor in Sturga, this republic is responsible for a great deal of agricultural production for Agrian. Port Sturga is the official seat of power, though. We'll say official seat of power. Yeah, I'll leave it like that way. Got it a week or two. Very happy. Push mower and half an acre. Yeah, I'll do it. Roads and waterways are meticulously maintained by Utsian engineers, not only for the benefit of their citizens, but to project water, power, and wealth to visitors of the Agrian colony. He's snoring now. So happy he's snoring. Be a cat. Be a cat. Keep snoring, buddy. I'm happy you have such a life. Be beefy. Yes, I call him Cheapy Beefy. He is a large cat. All right. Sturga. Water port and it's surrounded by ancient agri walls and towers, as well as an ancient Agrian military fort in Vicus, Sturga. Vicus is the main port of Sturga, sits on the island between the Alps of the two rivers that empty into the Godland Strait. Listen, Agri. Trade city Sturga is where the majority of the well-to-do Agrian rather than itself. Which well maintained by Agrian master engineers, residents have running water in the bathhouses, public fountains, and such, all in the name of exemplifying Agrian sensibilities to the best of the folk of the Jensen picked up my Switch 2 today, just about done transferring data. Ah, excellent. Tell me, can I have my hand back? Says no. Sir, you may not. He is stretched out like a long cat, holding on to my hand, all four of his paws as much as he can. Just on, love it, and flipping his tail around. He's such a good ball. Be him, be great. Everyone get Switch 2? Like everyone pre-ordered. I didn't. I wasn't because I don't play Nintendo games 99% of the time. Didn't grow up playing Nintendo games, so I don't care. That's me. All right, so I gotta put more information on this. He is making me sleepy. Laying here all warm and lumpy and soft. Hugging me like a teddy bear. Fantastic Sarcastic says, I didn't because I don't have time for games. I don't got time for games. Fantastic Sarcastic is 2 weeks from retirement. He's too old for this stuff. All right. Might end up having to do just a lot of research here rather than tons of typing because of Snorcat. Oh, he's having a dream now. Here. No. Didn't pre-order. I just went to Walmart. Looked, I was planning for grocery shopping and checked to see if they had any. They did. Got the MK bundle and a Pro controller for it. I've heard most stores got like 60 plus consoles. Oh wow. The frosting heavy would allow me to retire. Well, into the next job, right? Right. Cat, he's putting me to sleep while I'm working on this. That is pretty good. I clicked on zoom in on the picture and it reloaded the picture in the same exact size. Heck. Spring. Thing. You're sarcastic. Same. Somebody told me I'm not allowed to retire. Get on a wad and lost pulled my surprise. Maybe rainbow hair out. She legitimately didn't know it was coming. Yep. That was pretty fun. I liked it. Didn't know about that video I had made either. Oh my goodness. Article is very bare bones. That's not going to help me look at reports. Looking at a few of the bits and pieces I can do. I want this place to be on a little island. He's now kicking. Like literally kicking. And I wish I had a cam I could point straight down at him. Now his whiskers are moving, his tail's twitching. His sides in my hand just grab it. I'm done. Feeling you were going to do one or two since Debbie told me. I thought Fantastic Tea is definitely more. Plus, he'd know when to use it after the root eye picture. He did his own thing, which was still fun. I think you need to ban her at least time out your secretary persona. The hair. Pride Month, you bigot. May not be responsible for the rainbow percent hair, too. Cat, I tell you. Plug his claws into my hand. This place has a port way in. The way I have Fort Sturgis set up is it is on the right hand side. The Vicus is on the island where it's more protected. So I think I could do island can be walled. The other part of the port can be walled. The that goes between them would be the more protected way in. River on the left of it would be more trade going up to other areas that don't go through the city. Makes sense. But still taxed, but not going through the port, so they wouldn't have to stop. I think that's okay. So if I did that, type right now because I don't have a hand. Clickety clack with one hand. close to move my hand because he seems so happy. Really want to get some writing done. I almost had my hand completely free before he woke up. 80 Fahrenheit in this room right now, and I'm drying a little. You're drying a little? Hey, buddy. Hi. Oh, you have a burr stuck in your butt. I was wondering what he's trying to get to. All right, I woke him up so I can type now. So the Eastern River passes between the walls to protect both. Which Fort Sturga on the east bank. Fort Sturga. Or Sturga. Is bank. The Eastern River passes between the walls to protect both Fort Sturga on the east bank. I got cat hair in my eye, and it's now bugging the hell out of me. Thanks, Kilvino. Which Sturga, we'll just say on the west bank. How you doing, Calvino? You having a good time? Are you happy, cat? Now? You happy that you got a little nippity nap? You're the only cat in the basement right now. You should be happy. Eastern River passed between the walls to protect both Port Sturga on the east bank and Sturga on the west. That is a very confusing sentence. I should name the river. What are we gonna name the river, Calvino? Hi, Blinky. Give me Blinky love eyes. Thank you. That's very nice of you. Talk to me. He just gave me a. What do you want to do? You're flipping your tail like you're excited or displeased. But you also look incredibly happy. Do I need to move you or something? Or can I keep typing? He's deciding. Okay. Guess what? I'm deciding because I'm me and you're you. Haha, you can't fight me. You can't fight me. I'm bigger than you. You can't fight me at all. I'm bigger than you. Oh no, you could sneeze on me though. You can sneeze on me. Please don't do that though anymore. Thank you for only sneezing on my shoulder. He's like, I'm gonna go down now. Oh, you're done with me. He's had it with me now. I got the meow of disapproval. And now he's cleaning his paws off because I've evidently soiled him or something. All right, what do we want to call this river? It should be a good Agrian name. See here. Hi. We'll call it. He's gonna lay on the green screen and be happy. Okay, good. Leave it alone. Oh, it's uh water port was surrounded by ancient agri. That's walls protect both Port Surga on the east bank and Surga on the west. Um, seems really content all of a sudden. That'll last about 12 seconds. Orien's Riparia, the eastern river, passes between the walls of Surga on the east bank and Surga on the west. West River. It's used mainly by vessels that do trade in loop. Anything interesting happening on the internet today? My gosh, he just looks like a happy, adorable cat right now. I don't know if he's gonna let me take a picture of him without making me. Wow, the floor is very messy there. That's a very dirty floor. Well, can't be nothing be done about that. Having a good time sitting up there, sitting on the floor, just curled up, staring at me. He's got a happy little face going on. Right. Probably want to go out soon. But we'll see. Few things. There's a few things. I don't know. There's really nothing going on in the world, is there ever? Maybe. Back to reader. There we go. Mainly by vessels. Ocean. The aid is used mainly by vessels that intend to trade in Port Surga, the Ocean naval fleet that guards the port and the river. North. Sorry, the Western River. What? What would you like? You guys hear that? What would you like? Come here. You want to go outside? Come here. Want to say goodbye to everybody? Before I take you out? Before I take you out? Come here. See, now he's cleaning his foot. You wanted attention. Now you're cleaning your foot. Hey, come here. What? Come here. Snuffleupagus. Come here, sneezers. All right, I'll pick you up. We'll say hello to everyone. We say hello to everybody. And then I'll take you outside. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to everybody. Say goodbye. Bye. Okay, well, that was kind of a goodbye. Come here, bud. Let you outside. Let you outside, don't worry. Get through the green screen. Oh. Don't look at me like I did it. You grabbed the green screen, pal. Gave me side eye. Right. Now I can focus on some things. But now I also have dirty cat hands, so I gotta wipe my hands off here. Because with cats being all snotty and gross and wandering in the mud, I don't like touching my keyboard. Petting and handling them. It's such a mess. Sassy witch. One was all wet and clean and mad. Calvino was happy for a bit there. And then he was so done with it. He was totally asleep on my lap until I moved my hand, and then he was kind of done with the whole situation. My hands dry off here. All right, finish typing here. Okay, so Occidens Riparia, the Western River, is the border with Fryland. Say doubles as the border with Fryland, and as a result, both countries share access. We'll say both kingdoms. Say realms, because one is a kingdom and one is a republic. Share the access this river offers to the inner godlands. vessels that wish to trade mainly the cities upriver. This route has to non-Agrian military naval vessels. So vessels that wish to trade mainly with the cities upriver use this route as do any non-Agrian military naval vessels. So I can't really draw it out because, well, I could, but I'd have to grab an older version of the map to do it. You know, that's a good point. You know, I can use the old version of Godlands. It's gonna look weird. It's gonna feel weird to me. Let's see here. What? Wait, why is it? I installed Wonder Draft. Why is it not? Open. That was weird. It was complaining that it couldn't open the map. Then it opened the map. Okay, whatever. All right, we got to go into here, into this folder, into this one. We will open up this, which is, this is a couple months old. So it will look a little strange. But all I'm looking for is this part right here. Technically, this river does connect. So I'm going to do a quick thing just for my own happiness here. Doesn't seem to matter since it won't affect anything else. There we go. We blended the two rivers so they both go in. So these go, this river mouth goes mainly up here and connects into that, but this one goes all the way up into Senna's Fall and it can connect to other areas. Because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have near Littleford, because it's supposed to be a little forward. I'm going to be cutting a little bit more of this land out, because this is supposed to be a place where ships and goods and things can technically move from the inner lake outward, but we'll figure that out. But anyway, what I'm talking about here is the idea that Port Sturga is here, the deep water port, and the walls surround these two parts. So any boats that come into Port Sturga here would be... Can I actually... Our boats? Yep. No ships. Really? There's no ships, no boats? Bridge, that doesn't really help me. Oh. I could have sworn there were some ships or something. Yeah, line ships. Here we go. Like, say we got Happy Little Boat here. Can you guys see Happy Little Boat? I bet you can. I don't know how big it is on screen though. Problem. Well, there's a little tiny boat here. See, we got a boat. We grab Little Boat. And we grab Little Boat and we move Little Boat. And boat sails up here and comes in through this river. It's basically going into the domain of Port Sturga and through Utsya. And if you go in here, this is where the military vessels and everything go up the river. They need to, and they patrol the rivers and whatnot. If you're a military ship from any other country, you go... Okay, my cursor cannot get a hold of this thing for some reason. They go up this route, this river. So Ryland vehicles or naval vessels, their military vessels and everything go up this road. Oop, and if they go into the river and they have anywhere to go, they go that way. So when you're in the right-hand river, you're entering through their walls and their city and their fortress. So, is it related to a happy little tree? It's totally related to a happy little tree. That's how things go out here. I'm gonna have a couple of cheese curds. I ate a whole bunch today during playing Dune, so I'm gonna try not to eat all of them. To say, but I did a good job of eating them all. More than half of the bag this morning. Trying to think if there's anything else I want to do to that layout before I start describing more of Port Surga. A couple. Oh, there we go. My pages are hiding back here. Um, I don't remember how they named city parts. I think of a land feature. But there's hills. There's the port. Call this the bath wall. So the outer wall of the fort that Port Surga was was built to hot springs. Came more settled. So once the area became more settled, proper bathhouses and meddens. Wall. Outer wall of the fort that became personal. Built to enclose the hot springs and natural artesian walls of the area. Once the area. Let's Okay. All right. As a Wisconsinite, I approve. I prefer chair stream. Be right back. I have something to do with my hands. I can't just watch. You need. You got to get yourself some clay and start sculpting. There you go. And 5. There we go. Paid by the rather paid for by the rather high price. Where is do? So the fish market. So it sells for sprawling. All right. So it spells far more than just fish. There. Game has been a cat crawling open air temple of merchandising for years. Okay. Raw. Raw. I do. Okay. Friend request some people I don't love it. Be reading this slightly. I'm gonna eat something else with all this cheese. Let me simple. Is it? In a way, it is. In a way, it also isn't. Yep. There we go. I'll have cheese and beef jerky. It will be good. Good together. All right. Needs to be a kingdom that has a ban on fish pies. No fish pies. Strange aeons. Oh yeah. We're not gonna say it. Have they finished the art for ley lines? You mean for Daryl? I think he's using the same art for the character as what Arudai had started with. I don't think they're changing it. Some days my memes will count as art. Today is that day. Fantastic. That was some art last night. The consummate rainbows in the hair. Mm. Oh, so the Zandarium, the Arena of Champions, this doubles as a training school for warfighters as well as an entertainment venue for the masses of Ustia. The Oval Arena hosts training sessions from the military, the guards, as well as the gladiators in the school here. All open to the paying public to watch. Though the gladiatorial matches see by far the greatest attendance. All such events are for the paid public to watch. Kind of like if somebody wanted to go watch local football team practice. You can go if you want to pay. Most memes end up on what don't know bennies to give out there. Well, we gotta find a way to use our bennies. Get some weekend after dark bennies going. I kind of think it'd be fun to have everybody every week bring something for show and tell. But if people want to see it, then they have to hit the goal. But it's also we could go the other way and say, unless people meet the goal, Garuda is going to do a show and tell. Saying. God's Hill, the large hill at the center of Port Surga, once held the main fort and military command structures of the camp, but it is now home to the main temples and shrines of the city. The former commander's domus having been converted into a temple of Xander long ago. Rudai wearing sumo thong would be traumatizingly funny. I would get rid of the ly and the word funny. Just go with traumatizing. Totally unrelated to everything else, since it's going to sound weird because I'm eating beef jerky. But has anybody ever had this before? You take a glass and you put like maybe half to 2/3 full of, say, 7-Up, or you can do it with Sprite, and you put a scoop of any flavor of sherbet that you like into it. We used to always have that as a kid. If it were really hot out and we had 7-Up. If we didn't, then it was usually a popsicle. It's pretty refreshing. It's like a non-root beer float. You have had it. Good. It's pretty tasty, huh? I like it. I just like sherbet a lot. Oh, especially lime and raspberry. Lemon, good. Orange, good. Lime and the raspberry. Mm. You hate root beer? You're not alone. There are a few people I know that hate root beer. Now, I know more people that like root beer than don't. It's like, why does this feel wet? That is that wet wipe I had trying to get my nose. There, because it was itching. Very nice. Mm, I think that will work. Let's see. Well, the Alviarium. This is a local name for the orderly but closely built and stacked apartments and homes that those on the east side of the river live in. Sturdy, if crowded, they are much the same in appearance from block to block. The untrained eye may seem to be a hive of endlessly repeating buildings. Locals go to great lengths to add small touches to their balconies, front doors, and roof gardens to differentiate their X in that word. Okay, there we go. Own home. So, yeah, the Alviarium. This is a local name for the orderly but closely built and stacked apartments and homes that on the east side of the river live in. Sturdy if crowded, they are much the same in appearance from block to block, and the untrained eye may seem to be a hive of endlessly repeating buildings. Alviarium is the word for a hive, by the way, in Latin. Um, Locals go to great lengths to add small touches to their balconies, front doors, and roof gardens to differentiate their home from their neighbors. There's a local play written just after the God Killer War that follows the journey of a man who returns home drunk from the war, only to stumble into a home that looks exactly like his own, fall in love with the woman who lives there, experience a comedy of errors as he tries to find his way back to his own home in the Alviarium, and then live happily ever after. And I can't remember, I'm going to get the name wrong. It's Aronia Savui, something like that. It's a New Year's Eve kind of timed comedy that it's an old Russian film where a guy, and this is a joke on the Soviet bloc culture, where all the apartment buildings look exactly the same and all the cities are laid out exactly the same. And this guy goes out with his friends and gets drunk and gets a ride home or drives home, but he drives to the wrong town. But it's laid out exactly the same way, and he goes to the exact same street, takes the exact same turns, and goes to the exact same building, and then goes through a whole. The rest of the movie is him being there and being like, "What? Are vegans so intolerable to be around? I don't know. Because they don't smell like meat? I don't know. You got me, sir. Wow, wait, did Kick never come online properly? Did Restream screw up again, or is Kick just having problems? I did not notice. Let me look at Restream again. It's set to go online. Oh, account access expired. Ah, well, Aruda will have to hit that next time. Dang it. Okay. It's weird. It was running until it wasn't. Yeah, on my side, it was showing up until it wasn't because I listened to it once, but it never actually hit live, evidently. Fantastic. Yeah, it literally just says in Restream, account access expired. Cool. Okay. Man, I feel like I'm going to sneeze all of a sudden. Nobody wants that. Ah, well. Stop eating these. There's almost none left. They're garlic and dill. White cheddar cheese curds. They were very good. And they still are. I have like 10 left. Ish. All right, so we've got the fun little story about the guy who finds a home that looks exactly like his own, falls in love with the woman, lives happily ever after in her home, never actually finding his own home after the war. What else do we want to do in that heading? Otherwise, I'll never find it again. What else do we need to put in this side of the city? We've got the God's Hill where the fort used to be. We got the temple, or not the temple, but that's where the temples are. We got the baths and the meddens. We've got the sprawling area where all the people live on this side. We've got the fish market, and I mean there is the port itself. So I guess I should put the port. Uh, destination. Okay, these fit my mood. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm just gonna say uh-oh when she's like says they fit her mood. I'm scared. It'll be fun, but I'm scared. And Let's see, we're not patrolling ocean Navy vessels. Visiting dignitaries. Okay. Now, patrolling ocean Navy vessels are docked here, as well as those of visiting dignitaries and other important folk. Merchant vessels generally use the river docks to load and unload cargo unless it is specifically destined for the military quarter. I'm grumpy too, which is it's why I'm not talking. Grumpy! Why is everybody so grumpy? I know Chrysanth's grumpy with a certain Erudite for having a robot, but also working a lot. And Sassy Witch is grumpy because she just felt like being grumpy today, evidently. She just said, forget it, I'm grumpy today. And I don't know, Fantastic? Maybe Fantastic is always grumpy. But JJ, probably just grumpy because he didn't get to be in his office. He was forced to be somewhere else. I'm not grumpy today. I'm in the best mood ever. I'm in an okay mood. Not my fault she's grumpy. I've told no jokes or puns. Exactly, Cajun Corey. And Cajun Corey is in a great mood, it seems. So take that, grump faces. Port Sur itself is a deepwater river destination with a hexagonal outer perimeter, its own defensive wall, fortification, and watchtowers. Not patrolling, Usi Navy vessels are docked here, as well as those of visiting dignitaries and other important folk. Merchant vessels generally use the river docks to load and unload cargo unless it is specifically destined for the military quarter. May be moored within the hex. You were planning doing it on your day off. Yes, I did have fun. I did have fun. It was entertaining. And I was not trying to go fast or go forward too quickly. I was just enjoying myself and doing stuff. And JT was trying to go forward, and he was definitely ahead of everybody else. And I realized that I was doing something he hadn't done yet. And I said at one point, I was like, "Well, I could make JT really mad." He's like, "What?" I didn't say anything because I had a bike way before anybody else did, and I was riding around on it. And then they're like, "Wait, you have a bike?" Like, yeah, I'll give you a ride. I gave him a ride to some places. It was kind of funny. I have another Kleenex. It was pretty entertaining. It was goofy, but entertaining. But now there'll be a couple hours ahead of me, which is fine. Which is fine. I'm not racing to do anything. I put a little house down out there because I'm thinking I want to find just the perfect place to put a house. But I wanted to get something put down out there, so I was working on it. I just like exploring and then building because while we were doing all that stuff, they're like, "Oh, you haven't gone here, you haven't gone there." Like, no, I have 2 distillers for, you know, the blood, because you take blood out of people to get moisture in the desert. I got 2 of them. I have a whole bunch of cisterns churning away over here. Quite a ton of water, and I was just stockpiling everything. I was just like, I'm gonna go out on a long little trip. I have plenty of water. I can be out for 2 days. So that was pretty fun. Custom wheel drive. Well, to be fair, it's an enormous desert where there's really nothing to break at all. And the only thing that could really go wrong is getting eaten by a sandworm. And, you know, he foolishly hopped on the back of the bike anyway. And off we went. And we did not get eaten by a worm. It was good. JT is dying almost. Well, I think he died once. I think he died once. Working overnights. Yeah, working overnights. Not fun, the JJ. Not fun. If it's not what you normally do, no thanks. Tennessee isn't that bad. I don't like it. Just gross. Nobody needs it to be hot. That's just gross, man. Oh, cool. Guy sent me a picture of a thing for layout. Very cool. Just checking a work thing really quickly. Okay. I'm just making sure this is properly. I got a message. Don't know who this person is. Ah. Okay. Weird. Why are they so weird? I don't get it. I still don't get cosplay. I know I'll get a lot of hate for that. I still don't quite understand it. I can understand, you know, people being like, I love this character. And maybe doing it for a costume party or something, maybe, like on Halloween or something. But I don't get the I'm gonna bring like 14 costumes and play all these characters and run around a convention dressed up as all these characters. I'm like, don't you like you? What about you? You're pretty cool, aren't you? I don't get it. This is me not getting it, man. Never really had anybody successfully explain it to me where I've just said, oh. Mm-hmm. What are you doing up there? Sandstorm and someone closed the door and made him wait to come in. Oh, no. No, that's rude. No. The skin's getting ripped off my bones out here. Just hold on. You'll be fine. Stop complaining. In my day, we used to sit out there with our eyes open. The attention factor. Funny they want to be more than them. I don't know. I don't get it a whole lot. Uh One of my friends' wives does it, and she got him kind of into occasionally going in a costume, but then she got hanging out with more and more and more people who were doing it all the time, and it became an obsession. Then she made money doing it, and she was helping other people do their costumes, and then some of the people, the guy's like, who are all these women that you're suddenly like all friends with on Instagram and all these things? And she's like, well, okay, a bunch of them are porn stars who come to the conventions dressed as cosplayers, but not all of them. Some of them just do cosplay. Some of them use it as modeling opportunities. He's like, what? Why would porn stars go to a cosplay convention? She's like, they can wear tiny little outfits and everybody's fine with it. I don't know. It's free press. Like, I don't get it. And then there's all the normal people who just go cosplay and be like, oh, okay, you're a big yellow mouse. I'm Pikachu, damn it. Okay, you're not a yellow mouse. Whatever. I know a few people who spend a ton of money. They do the stormtrooper stuff. They're part of the 501st Legion or whatever that goes and does charitable events and things like that. But they spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on their armor, so it's all perfectly set up. So it looks exactly like stuff from the movies. I'm like, good to have a hobby. Okay, so I got that. I got that laid out. That's good. Okay. I think if there's another specific area that I should put into the town here. Sorry, I just got pinged again here. What do they want? Here's the question. So far, this is 2 statements. Remains 2 statements. Okay. I guess they were just making a statement. Got it. Okay. Look, I don't have to answer that. I'm happy. All right. Let's see here. I've got the place where people can fight, people learn how to fight, and people can go watch them do all that. Got the God's Hill with the temples, the Alviarium with the people, the port, the fish market. I think it'd be interesting to have a garden or a menagerie. Oh, let's see what it says. Go with that. Mm, impress visitors. So the carnet, carnival, carnet, menagerie. Carnet is near the waterfront, is crawling. That they are. Near the waterfront of the sprawling gardens of the Carne, set up to impress visitors. Originally set up to impress visitors, it also serves as a popular destination for locals to see exotic species of animals and some monstrosities in a safe and lush environment. So featuring rare plants and flowing water. Rare plants. Rare animals. What would you call something like a natural phenomenon? Like if they brought like flowing rocks or I don't even know what else they put in here, but things like oddities and things that would be interesting to see. Maybe I'd just say oddities. Rare plants, even rare animals, oddities, and feature rare plants, even rare animals, oddities, and cleverly managed fountain. A site that most Godlanders can't imagine existing. Microcosm of something quickly because I think we have a document. Have a document. He's back. Boy, we do a lot of talking over here. I thought it was pinned, wasn't it? What a rude I put it in here. Okay, pinned. Nope. Okay, never mind. All right, we'll just put down. I was looking for the money conversion. Let's see what we've got going over here. Just go with oddities. Wonders! I forgot what happened on Eons. Go look. Or gotta go look. Yeah! Go look and see what happened. Nothing happened. Everything is totally fine on Eons. All normal. Nothing bad. So I did actually put both wonders and oddities in here, featuring rare plants, even rarer animals, wonders, oddities, and cleverly managed fountains. It's a site that most Godlanders can't imagine existing, a microcosm of the most exotic things imaginable, all in one location. Only costs a copper coin per person to visit, so for most it's a bargain, guaranteed to be talked about for years to come with friends. So it's it's the idea of like a zoo, a little Romanesque theme park, uh, open air fountains, gardens, exotic plants, strange creatures, and some of them in buildings to keep them encaged and encased. Because nobody wants a little dinosaur running around the town, right? Almost everything. Over the last billion years, one eon. Well, a lot actually, like almost everything. Very nice. You remember that is the name, I believe it's the name of the old buzzard that tried to get Baby New Year? Wasn't it Eon? I think it was. It just sounds like it's made of meat. Let's see what else we have. Thanks. Good one, Jensen. You helped Sassy Witch out. Sorta. Ish. Real ish. Why do I keep getting dings for the cats? What are they doing outside? Are they running around or something? I just really hope that Pumpkin. I hope that that little cat Puddin isn't upsetting or annoying Benji too much, because he doesn't hiss very often at cats, but he was really grumpy, and I was trying to get he's got some thorn bushes, like little pieces of a thorn bush stuck in his chest fur, and I was pulling it out. Normally he's pretty good about letting me do that, and today he was having none of it because Puddin wanted to come over and be like, "Meow, meow, I want to talk to you," and Benji was just hissing at him like, "No, no, don't come near me," which is, like I said, not something he does very often, so it was a little strange. All right, so okay, that is literally just them running around out there doing whatever they're doing. Okay, I don't have to worry about it then. Fine, good job, cats. Do your thing. Do your thing, kittens. Okay. Oh, okay, there we go. Oop. Go. Boom. All right. Yeah. So, is there anything else you guys think should be in this part of the city? So, Port Sturga, like I said, is the originally used to be the fort. Now it's turned into the actual city where the people of the city live, because it used to be the Vicus was where the normal camp people lived on the island, but then that kind of shifted to the fort in this place actually becoming like the landlocked part of the city where all the the people work, and the anywhere from working level people up to kind of sort of well-to-do people live on that side. All the rich people and the governor now live on the island, because it's like the lush beautiful island between the two rivers, and it's now like the place to be with the big villas and the beautiful houses and everything out there. So when I get to Sturga, which is part of the island. It's going to be the lavish place that, you know, the normal people don't go in that town. And it is supposed to be a projection of Agrian might. They're supposed to be like, oh, by the way, this is just our colony over here. Aren't you jealous? Our colony just got out of bed and it doesn't care how it looks. Ta-da! And it's perfectly manicured and beautiful. You know, one of those things where you push your projection of power out by just letting people come to your city and just walk in and go, oh. And that's the whole point of it. I don't know what I did. The mama cat is mad at me for some reason. She's been swiping at me the last 2 days. Oh. Well, I would suggest you just definitely sit next to her. Even if you're not talking to her. Just sit down next to her, read a book, do something else. And if she moves away, you know, eventually just go hang out with her again. Especially if you can bring the kittens on over and sit with her and the kittens. Who knows? Sometimes the mama cats get a little bit rambunctious and upset for whatever reason they feel like. So hopefully you can get past that. Get back to her being you know, either ambivalent or friendly. It's funny, I'm just reading here quickly while I'm thinking about this. One of those big raccoons, I can't remember what we ended up naming him, the big brownish raccoon that comes around out here as opposed to the big gray one that's out there. He was sitting there rummaging through because I had a bag out there that I threw a couple of the cat food cans in and I forgot to bring it in. And he's like rummaging through and I come out and he's like tries to go back and look at it. I move towards him. I was like, get out of here. And he's like, ah. He ran out of the way. But when he was rumbling through that thing, Kibble was sitting on the heat mat, just like, it's pretty nice. And he's like screwing around, rumbling through the thing right next to her, kind of bumping into her with his butt. And she's just like, knock it off. Like, what? Why aren't you more upset by the fact that this big fat raccoon is trying to eat your food? She was more along the lines of just like, oh my gosh, just don't touch me. Just stay away. Go get done with rummaging through the bag and go away. They're so nonchalant sometimes. But other times they'll be just locked on. They're like, that bird is looking at me. That raccoon called me out. I'm going to go kill that rabbit for no apparent reason other than that it's right there. The raccoon's just sitting there and they kind of just act like, oh, it's Cousin Egbert. Dang it. I'm so sick of him. Don't look him in the eyes. The dork. I was just looking at the chat over there on YouTube. It's just being weird. Bum bum. By the way, if you're out there, Dave, hi, Dave. Thanks for chatting. Thanks for being all over the place and chatting. And Kyle and Sassy Witch and everybody else who was jumping back and forth between everybody's chat today while we were playing Dune. That's awesome. That's really helping those guys with their watch hours, helping me with watch hours, helping them with watch hours. Now I just need to get like hundreds more people showing up to subscribe, and I'll be golden. I thanked Horny Alf for hopping in because he subscribed right away last night, which was very nice of him. Do. You're not weird. You're weird. Very nice. Okay. I just had tabs open and muted. It was really busy today. Hey, the watch hours are fantastic. People really appreciate it. They love it. They love you guys for that. It's amazing. I did have somebody say, "Hey, I looked at the fourth wall story that you had on there, and one of them said, I mean, Daxie said he would only wear the shirt if it had the big face because I had the little face there and I put a big face. One of the people said, yeah, I looked at it and it just freaks me out to have that thing pointing at me. The guy's just sitting there pointing and staring at me. He's like, I can't do it. I can't do it. But, that's fine. I don't care. You don't have to do anything, buddy. It's fine. It's fine. I was more just kind of tickled that it bothered him so much. Kind of felt like it did its job. Right now I'm getting a ding on my phone here. What is this all about? Oh, okay. Somebody sent me a picture and said, inside of me there are two wolves, and they're both freaking exhausted. I don't think that's how that's supposed to work. That's not how that goes, right? All right. Oh, people. They're so weird. Strange. All right. Well, I'm just going to let that be. Um, people. Frost, you losers. Nice. Get in, losers. We're going to sub to Frost. I'm almost tempted to get the hat. Look, the pointy guy. I need one to stare at my nosy neighbors. I've got some ordered for myself because I want to put the stickers on a couple things, and I got a mug just so I can see if it works out well. They have so many things on that damn site. You can do pajama pants. You can do what the heck are they called? Like yoga pants. You can do journals. You can do water bottles. Like, okay, they've got quite a selection of things. But I was like, eh, it's fine. I don't need anyone to buy anything. It'd be funny if people did, and kind of cool. But I'm not hurting right now. So I'm just happy if people enjoy it. All right. So if I save that, there we go. I save that. All right. So I guess I'm gonna go over what in my brain here for the next couple minutes. I've got like 5 minutes, or I got 7 minutes left. Sturga is gonna also be walled. The walls will continue out to the edge of the water, but there's no wall in the gate or anything that stops the ships because that would be way too big to cross the water there. But they'd have a little fort at the mouth on either side. I'm trying to think where they would have the bridge to go across, and my thought was it would almost have to be a large span connected to river or connected to the land, because otherwise the only way out to the island would be by boat. But they couldn't block the mouth of it. That would be impractical. And they could close the inner part because no deep water boat is going to get through. So on the inner portion on the north of the East River, they could have a large span of a bridge, like a stone bridge going over the top. Uh, a big Romanesque arched, multi-arched bridge going across that would allow for foot traffic over the river, depending on, the distance of this river, if it's, hundreds of feet across with pilings deep down. But river boats could come in and go through, but no large boats would ever go under that bridge because they ground before they even got to it. Okay, that would make sense. Something different. Go cook desserts for the next few weeks. Rust on your butts. Yep. I joked with Erudai that he needed to make the moon skull pajama pants that are just the moons around the butt. Moon skull butt, or moon skull, moon on each back cheek. All right, the Vicus of the main port of Utsya. Sturgis sits on the isle between the mouths of the two rivers that empty into Gotland Strait. Bustling Agrian trade city, Sturga is where the majority of the well-to-do Agrians live in Utsya rather than the busy port itself. Well maintained by Agrian master engineers, residents have running water to the bathhouses, public fountains and such, all in the name of exemplifying Agrian sensibilities to the rest of the folk of the Godlands. Okay. That pretty much does what I needed to do. You told him that? Now he'll definitely do it? Well, I told him it a while ago, and it hasn't happened, so I think he forgot about it. It's probably a good thing. One way to get them to not stare at her butt. There you go. Why are there these creepy moon skull things on your butt? Well, if I got a story for you. Hey, maybe not. Maybe that's not a good choice. All right, so I can close this window of that shot. Is an archaeological layout of a boat wreck. That is large port. Again. City section of Rome. Okay. Making sure that I'm not closing any important windows here. This one. Where did the picture go? There's the picture. Oh, go back to it. Civitavecchia? Yeah. Okay. Oh, those are breakwaters. Okay. It's not as I thought it was much more. Never mind. Interesting that you can search within this image and find things like it. Okay. That's it. All right. Basically, I can close that whole tab. Let's see. What do I have here? Like 2 or 3 minutes left. I'm going to be taking a quick break to go do a couple of things, check on cats, see how the other couple of cats are who are a little less well off from the having the cold. See how they're faring, and eat some food, maybe a snack, maybe some beef broth. Actually, maybe I'll have some chicken broth. I have 2 of these things sitting right next to me. I could go heat them up. Bone broth. Maybe I'll be doing that. And then I'll probably be hopping back on over there for Dune for a while before Thursday night game. That's my thought. That is my thought. Oh, no, me pointing. I see what you mean. Yeah. Just food is good. I like food. I can't believe you guys like food too. Yeah, I don't know how quickly I'll be on. It depends. If the cats are all doing all right, then I'll just play with them a little bit, see if they want to sit on my lap or hang out or sit with me for a bit and complain to me about the other cats, and then I'll probably be back on doing more Dune. I have given them broth before. I've given because I have some bone broth that is just beef and it doesn't have because this one has chicken. It's chicken, but it has ginger and turmeric. And they don't love it. They don't really love this one. The beef broth they like more, and the other one that I have is uh or not the broth, but I have a thing. I should check the date on that. I want to make sure before I use it, it's not gone bad. It's a little pump bottle, like kind of like a if you got a bottle of like dish soap that has a pump on the top. It's a salmon oil that I put on their dry food. But this one I bought and I put it down here because I used it for the cats outside, and I forgot it was down here, and I found it the other day. I was like, oh, well, I don't know how long that's good for, so I'm gonna check the date on it before I use it again. But they loved it when I was using it. They loved the salmon oil on their food, so I may have to do that again. So we'll see. We shall see. So, all right. Well, on that note, I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Um, Thanks all for coming by. I will talk to you all a little later, and we will make sure that well, tomorrow that we entertain the heck out of all of you. Right, right. Strange Eons. Don't forget. All right, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks. Leave a like and a comment. I will be back here doing more of this on Tuesday. Frost written on same channel.